When they come in and they're new in the business, first thing you have to tell them is, make it a point not to talk to anyone. This is very, very important. You know why? Because they're going to probably do a lousy job. Well, every time I had a new person in the business before, I would tell them, don't talk to anyone, Arun. Why? Don't you trust me? No, I don't. But it's true. The guy probably won't be able to present the business effectively. If a person is new in this business and doesn't know anything about how to explain it properly, he will just end up turning his prospects off otherwise excellent business. How many have made that mistake before? You have no idea what to present. Yeah, you know, in Gold Quest, because there's these circles, and then after the circle, there's this bicycle. I don't understand the bicycle thing. But if you bicycle properly, they give you 2-4. No, I'm not interested. You're not? Why not? Then they wonder why they can't show people why this business is so good. And what happens when you turn somebody off? It's really hard to ever sit them down again and get them to listen. You see what I'm saying? Once his defenses are up, that's it. And that's the reason why you should tell them, don't talk to anyone. Oh, yeah, but I want to talk to my cousin. Yeah, make sure I'm there with you. But Joe, I don't know anything about the business. Hey, if you don't know anything about the business and you have people on, you better start learning. Many people get turned off simply because the program was not explained properly. How many were turned off at first? When this business, come on, I know there's a few more out there. Because I was. When this business was first presented to me, I was very turned off. How many here? Come on, be honest. You have to be honest, guys. That's it, that's it. Because it wasn't explained properly, right? I've heard it so, you know, if this was explained to me before, wow, why wasn't this explained before? Tell your new referrals, don't talk to anyone unless you are there with them, in order that you may explain the business properly. But Joe, you mean I have to go with them? Hey, we did talk about paying the price, right? Well, but Joe, instead of going with them, I'd rather go watch a movie. I'd rather go play golf. I'd rather go to so-and-so party. You mean all these 5 people, I have to help them? Were we talking about counting the cost or not? Because that's the cost I'm talking, time. Joe, I don't have time for that. Well, then I guess you don't have time to be a millionaire. Because that's what it's going to take. Oh, in order you may explain the business properly. Joe, I don't know how to explain the business properly. Then you have no business doing this business. If you don't take the time out to learn how to explain this business properly, you have no right. As far as I'm concerned, I'm sorry. I told you I'd speak the truth. If you don't take the time out to learn how to explain this business properly, you have no right to do this business. If you expect people to take you seriously with this business, you take the business seriously. One of the first skills you're going to need is learn how to present specifically for this purpose. So that when you take somebody into your organization, that you have the necessary skills to fulfill your responsibility of caddying and helping these people out. If you're not willing to help these people out in your organization, you have no reason and no right to bring them in. You have a responsibility to these people. Another thing that you must learn is what we call the home meeting. And we call them the home meetings because they're usually held at home. So we couldn't think of any other heading for this topic. I like the home meetings. One, everybody has a home. Your home should be your office. Not everybody can afford to put up a, 500 square meter, how do you call this, office at the Petronas. But everybody has a home with a table and 4 chairs. Right? Everybody has home. When I presented the business to Ferdy, was it In an office? No, I sat down with him in a coffee. My office was the placemat. When we presented the business to Dave and his friends, our office was the Pizza Hut table. In fact, when I started getting involved in this industry, not just with Gold Quest, I've been here for about 10 years. The first thing I did was got a bigger house with a bigger living room. You know why? Because of this, the home meeting. Because as your organization starts to grow, okay, what I would do is have them agree. Okay, as your organization starts to grow, have them agree on a time when you shall meet at your home at least once a week, or at least once every 10 days. First thing I do is, and when we go looking at the house, I'd look at the living room. Because this is my office. This is where my organization is going to grow. One good idea, and this I used to do all the time, is to have a potluck party. I'd tell 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people, hey, everybody bring food for 2 or 3, right? I'll supply the drinks and the rice and the bread. Everybody, I mean, how much can that cost? It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Everybody, and then they would come to my house with food for 3, doesn't cost that much. We'd eat, you know, have a good time. And as you know, I have a good time when I'm eating. And we'd party, we'd eat, we'd have a good time. And invariably, inevitably, after dinner, right, we sit down in the living room and we start talking. We start talking about the business. Oh, you know, this week I experienced this. Next time I think I'm going to do this because this one didn't work. What about you? And you start exchanging information. Keep the business fun. You don't even have to do this at home. Many, many times you'd go watch movies. I'd tell my girl, hey, let's go watch a movie. We go watch a movie. After the movie, we gather at Dunkin' Donuts. And we'd sit. We'd talk about the business. But you see what I'm trying to say? Have meetings with these people. You'll notice that as different leaders begin to share their different experiences during the past week, everyone learns from each other. In your organization, are you the only one with brains? Because if you are, let's take a look at the quality of the people that you're bringing in. Sit down, share. Oh, what happened to you this week? Hey, you know, that's not... I learned a lot. I'm supposed to be teaching these guys. I learned a lot from them. This whole conference this weekend, so many of you have come up to me. Hey, Joe, this is great. You know what we should do with these VCDs? We should do this. And you know what we can do in the... I'm learning from this. You think I'm just being religious and saying that I'm getting as much blessing from this conference as you guys? No. I've learned so much just from last night, just talking and interacting with you guys. Ranjit came to me while I was preparing for the second module last night and shared to me about something which I ended up sharing with you guys. I learned from it. So don't think that these home meetings are only for your benefit. They're also for their benefit. I'm sorry. It's also for your benefit. You will learn. And pretty soon, because they're learning, their organizations will start growing. Right? And they will start now inviting people. Now it's good for these new people to start coming in to these little parties. It's beneficial for them because rubbing elbows and interacting with the leaders and the fellow questers, you know, creates an overall feeling of belonging. Hey, this is a team, this is a group. Hey, these guys are sharing their secrets with me, etc., etc. It also helps them gather valuable tips and information on objection handling. You know, many, many times, oh yeah, there was this guy who was asking all these objections, and you know, I answered him with this, 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 this.